Yo guys, welcome to yet another video. We get a ton of questions on what kind of camera we use to record those super cool underwater strikes. Quite frankly, we're not using a GoPro or a fancy underwater system, but just a simple Waterwolf HD. You can pick these up for less than 120 bucks these days, and they give you a unique perspective on how the fish react to your lures. A more detailed explanation of the Waterwolf camera can be found in the description below. We thought it would be cool to discuss some of the footage that has been recorded with the Waterwolf camera, either from us or from our fishing buddies. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Look at this.
This is one of the most iconic clips I've ever recorded with my Waterwolf camera. It's early spring and I'm trolling with the Lucky Roach from Lucky Lures. Two pike are stalking their prey like a true wolf pack. They seem to lack any real interest until the bait hits the ground, speeds up, and out of nowhere their predatory instinct gets triggered. Pike stalking their prey is something we see very often, especially on waters where there is a lot of fishing pressure. They often check out the lure before they strike, most of the time when it's presented at a slow speed and they have enough time to inspect it. The importance of stop and go. Either trolling or casting, when a steady retrieve or constant speed doesn't work, mixing it up by retrieving your lure at a different speed can help a lot. In this case, the 30cm trout from Savage Gear was used. When you do fish your lure at a steady speed, keeping a bit more distance between your lure and the fish can be effective. When they need to work for it, like launching themselves to at least have a shot at getting their target, they seem to be less reluctant to grab your lure compared to slower speeds. There simply isn't any time to inspect it. It's simple as take it or leave it. The next video is quite a remarkable video from my buddy Jesper. He was fishing with a 40cm trout, far from being a small lure. He fished it a bit too close to the drop off and it was bouncing on the bottom. That grabbed the attention of a very big and unique two-tone pike. It gave the lure a small bite, unfortunately not going all in on the lure. We can only guess on how big this fish must have been, but judging by the head, it was a true trophy pike. We have seen behavior like this before, when a lure has picked up some debris and the pike is just curious, swimming by, watching it, but not willing to actually grab it. Next up is an incredible video shot by Buddy Job. He hit the zander jackpot when he was trolling his 32cm line through roach in June. Can you keep track on how many zander are actually following his lure? Let us know down in the comments below. But this is of course super interesting because now you know where these zander are and you can target them specifically with something that is a bit easier than a 32cm line through roach. Have you ever wondered how fast a catfish can grab their prey? Well, we can tell you, it's fast. They create a void with their jaws and they just suck in any prey that's close to their mouth. Pretty insane if you ask us. And not just any prey. Check out how this catfish spits out something that looks like a cormorant. Catfish are not the only fish spitting out prey. This pike spits out the remains of a delicious eel, something that's high on the menu of many predators. But hey, can't blame them, right? Smoked eel is a delicacy in the Netherlands, and pike, like many predators, like eel, burbot and any fat fish that's rich in protein. Next up is a video that we shot in Sweden. Frans and I traveled for 16 hours in a row. We didn't sleep and we went fishing straight away. Arriving at the lake, the water temperature was shockingly low for what we expected. Expectations were low and the lack of sleep quickly started to take its toll after an hour of not getting a single take. On the outer rods in the inner corner I have a gigantic, close to 50cm 4D pike from Savage Gear that's swimming above the deep dark Swedish abyss. Then, out of nothing, a small tap on the rod tip. Nothing that looked like a strike, but that could be due to the lack of sleep. I decided to inspect my lure, which was brand new and yep, big and especially deep cuts all over the lure. Inspecting the footage on the SD card confirmed our fears. We just missed an enormous fish. Something we would have never known if we didn't have the Waterwolf attached to the lure. As you may have noticed, these videos can be both inspiring and painful to watch. Like this next clip where we hook into a big fish on the 32 centimeter line through roach when trolling during a summer night on one of the clearest lakes in the Netherlands. All of a sudden I get stuck and I cannot move the fish. Once I retrieve the lure with a lure saver, I need to check out the footage and notice that the bottom is just littered with sunken trees. We even see multiple pike lurking around this spot, stuff to wrap your head around when fishing this particular lake. Finally, as you may have noticed, we also use the water wolf for dead bait fishing. Now, we've done a ton of videos in the past where we've shown how big fish are lurking around our dead herring, roach or sardine. Often they just huff and puff, inspecting the dead bait but never really grabbing it. We've experimented with pop-ups, smaller trebles, longer fluorocarbon traces. Nothing seems to have a positive effect on the amount of fish that are actually grabbing the bait. This video shows how random it can be sometimes. This absolute giant, a 20 kilogram pike caught by Frans, inspected the bait several times over the course of 3 hours before it finally decided to go all in. No hesitation at all, it just went for it. Even though at 20 kilograms she was well fed and definitely not starving. Overall, the water wolf camera is just a great tool to learn and study pike behavior. Over the course of many years, it has helped us a lot in understanding these fish and catching more fish. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed some of our insights and learnings through the use of these cameras. If you have cool clips that you want to get featured, hit us up on Instagram. If you have any suggestions or you want more explanatory videos, let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.